of that 40 years, the bulk of my patients have been dentally fearful, anxious, and phobic people. Now, as a hypnotist, a clinical hypnodontist, I have noted over 40 years that there seems to be a relationship between anxiety and hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
And on the surface of it, it may not be apparent, but it really does exist, in my humble opinion. And as a dentist, we should understand that. Now, if you look at the Oxford Handbook of Hypnosis, they characteristically state that folks with diagnosed and defined anxiety disorders, acute stress disorder, post-traumatic stress, dissociated identity, and bulimia, they are all far more hypnotizable than the average person out there. That's interesting because somebody ends up in a context where they experience something, they don't get post-traumatic stress, the other person does. And it makes you wonder, is it that factor that one is more hypnotizable than the other, that there has become this now pathological change in functioning? Now, one of our colleagues, Jack Gershman, down in Australia, has done a lot of research over a long time on dental fear, anxiety, and phobia. And he states that, just like the Oxford Handbook, that there are many psychological disorders that have higher hypnotizability.
Okay.
And as a concept, his research has shown that if you're a phobic patient, regardless of the phobia, you will be more hypnotizable. And many studies have replicated this. And the relationship improves the ability of treating them successfully with hypnosis. So if you are phobic and highly hypnotizable, not only the cause may be due to your hypnotizability, but the outcome of successful treatment will also be related to that fact. And he continues on that, and he likes to talk about it, and he actually would hope that in the ICD-10 and the DSM-5, the dental anxieties would be their own subsection as dental anxiety disorders. He himself posits that there's a causal relationship both to the acquisition and the management of dental phobic disorders. Mm-hmm. So for something that I thought of after my own clinical experiences, he has been demonstrating with hard science for years. And to the degree that this is known, I'm not sure, but I feel that I have to proselytize for hypnosis as being a wonderful modality for helping these folks. Now, one of the big problems when, as dentists, we tend to interchangeably use the term fear, anxiety, and phobia. And so that we don't have any confusion, I want to give you formal definition for everything. Now, fear, as defined by the American Psychological Association, is an intense emotion aroused by something that is imminent. Now, when we think about emotions, we think about feeling. Yet Rita Carter in her book and others have also described emotions. They're not feelings. They're machine-coded survival mechanisms.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if you've ever worked in a union shop. I used to be a steel worker in my misspent youth. And we had a union. And if the union was having an issue with the company or it was getting close to contract time, they would work to rule. That means that they would do everything by the book so that everything took twice as long because it was being done consciously, volitionally. Emotions are a survival mechanism. They happen instantly because if you had to think about it, you wouldn't survive. And this is where I like the computer analogy. And if you look at hypnosis through the ages, we always define that based on whatever analogy best represents what we think of the human mind at the time.
Wasn't that absolutely fantastic? I'm sure that you found a lot of information in this very short video you just saw, maybe like 4 or 5, 6 minutes, however long it was. But that is not all. You can have access to the entire presentation of this amazing speaker, plus 40 more other presentations and speakers, and you can have access for life. You can have access to the video recording, to the audio recording, to the swipe files, to the transcripts, to all of the bonuses and the special gifts that all of the speakers and presenters and also the organizers are offering in the Premium Pass package. So if you like this, if you want more, make sure to sign up below for the Premium Pass and have lifetime access to everything. I'm sure it'll be one of the best investments you've ever made in your life, in yourself, in your practice, in your health, and also with working with clients. So go ahead, click on the button below, sign up for the Premium Pass, and we'll see you on the other side.